Ahem, ahem, ahum. Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's nice to see you on this fine evening. Evening? Day? Light, dark, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're playing Guilty Gear. So the good news is that I did some microphone tests, and I think that my hardware issue, or whatever issue was causing the cutting out of my voice last week, is either not happening, or it's been adjusted or accounted for in the way that I can. As for my internet, that's a different battle, and I'm just going to try powering through today, and if I lose a bunch of frames, then sorry. Because I don't want to have to, like, delay it or whatever. Or move it to a different day. And I know that that may sound kind of selfish of me, but I think I've put in far more than enough effort into making this work properly. And I do live in a city that has notoriously shitty internet infrastructure, so... If my microphone starts cutting out to the point where you can't even understand what I'm saying, then do tell me, do let me know. Because that'll be helpful for data anyway, but I don't really know what else I can do. And I did enable the setting to make the stream less, or more resilient against temporary network fluctuation. So we'll see if that makes a difference this time, when my internet is merely fluctuating instead of completely dying like a dead cow. Anyway, today we got Nage, the best Faust player to ever do it, versus Turio, possibly the sickest, nastiest Eno player to ever do it. Or, I should say the cleanest Eno player to ever do it, kind of the opposite of sick nasty. I think a lot of Eno players historically have trouble with Faust, because Faust is just, like, a really good character. I mean, both of these characters are top tier in the current version of the game. In the version of the game that these guys are playing, Eno's a little bit worse. Faust is also a little bit worse, because his mix is, like, a little bit worse. So the main thing that Faust is missing is he doesn't have Pogo, Ground Flower, YRC, which was a fucking stupid decision with a capital S that Patchy never should have given him, but he did get, because Patchy is a Faust player. I look forward to that balance philosophy being inflicted upon the people who play Marvel Tokon. And then Eno is missing... She's missing her 6S command normal. I believe that was introduced in the final version. It's basically irrelevant. It's like a minor thing. But I know that she's missing Fast Fall. So basically in the current version of the game, she can input 663? Or maybe it's 669, I forget. I guessed her. Oh, and hi A-Rock and hi Yamashigam. Right, so in the current version of the game, she has Fast Fall, where she can do a hover dash, and then I think it's 669. She inputs up, and then she like flings downward to the ground in a triangle arc. And that makes it really, really fucking difficult to block her, because she doesn't even have the typical somewhat predictable like hang time called hang time, where you could normally sort of see how high she is and then like sort of eyeball and like just know how many overheads she can do before going low. Whereas in the current version of the game, she can just essentially change her momentum immediately before doing the block string, and it can mess up your fuzzy timings. So she's essentially impossible to fuzzy in the current version of the game. She's historically impossible to fuzzy anyway, or impossible to fuzzy defend against, but in this version of the game particularly, it's slightly more relevant. However, Faust has like kind of like, I won't say he actually has bad defense, his defense is like pretty good, but in a matchup like this where Eno gets access to easy safe jump Oki off of every knockdown from anywhere on the screen, and where Eno gets access to meaty projectile Okizeme pretty reliably, I think Faust's ability to defend himself is going to be very, very conditional. And you're going to have to see Nage do a lot of crazy stuff, or make a lot of hard reads, or just try to stem the bleeding and not get hit in a bad way. As for Enoside, it really is just like whether you're willing to go in or whether you're willing to hang back and try to snipe Faust out of an item throw with HCL or just using that time to approach. It's a pretty standard like guerrilla versus containment matchup. Will Cypher, hour-long video calling Johnny Broken when? I've been thinking about that for years, actually. I don't know. I'd have to kind of learn how to play him in order to show stuff off. I would love to do it. I'd probably sooner make a video calling Elphelt broken. Anyway, let's get started. Ah, here's the fan art. There wasn't a ton of this last time. Of all the weeaboo trials that you're supposed to go through, I've actually never really interacted with Pop Team Epic that much. So this joke means nothing to me. Like, I understand that there's a meteor here, and that's the joke. Now this, I like this. This is a very nice piece of art. And if we go further... Oh dear, they kind of stretched this one out, but yeah. Turio and Nage. Striking a pose. Oh my goodness. For example, of Faust looking angry. Look, how about this, huh? Faust looks like he's Dr. Baldhead in this picture. Very inspired by the artist to use that particular frame of Faust's burst animation, where he's like showing off how ripped he is. God, I fucking hate what they did to this character in Strive. Like, I don't want to get the Strive slander started early tonight, but God, Faust is like... I should tell you guys, Faust is actually the character who made me want to play Guilty Gear in the first place. Like, I just connect with him on a very spiritual level. And it's why I enjoy playing Plus R as much as I do, because Faust is a really good, really fun character in that game. And he's even better in Xrd. But, yeah, for whatever reason, I decided to go the slightly more consistent route and play Kai and then Sin and then Raven. Hey Rock, definitely. Vismond, really cool that Strive took Faust in a new direction and did literally nothing with it. Yeah. Yep. A-Rock, one of my least favorite redesigns in Strive, yeah. Yamashigam, I can't wait to see what they do to Raven. They're not going to put Raven in Strive. They're not going to put Raven in Strive. Raven, no. He's never coming back. If they do, they're going to fucking remove his glide and give him like a fucking, they're going to do to him what they did to Zata, where they took away his flight and they just made him, they made him behave weirdly when you push the dash macro button in the air. Oh, come on. Okay, alright, there we are. It's so weird to me that they soft rebooted the franchise while ending the story. Yeah, I mean, they basically just like clean restarted it to sell it to Americans, which is why Faust wasn't allowed to have a personality anymore, because they feel that the Americans can't appreciate like Japanese humor. Strive story is good if you're a Soul, Jacko, or Axel player, and for literally nobody else. I will assume that you are saying the truth, because I don't know. Alright, anyway, game one. I have not previewed this. I think I looked at it. I mean, if I did, it was like weeks ago and I don't remember. Anyway, getting back to what I said about the matchup, rather than like games I actually enjoy. It's a real shame that Eno has to wear a training bra in Strive. And it's a real shame that Faust isn't allowed to stimulate you, so to speak. But anyway, here we are. Round start for this is probably just going to be backing off for Faust. Yeah, see, he's not willing to swing because he knows his... Okay, yeah. The way that he loses this matchup is like that happens. Where there's some kind of weird interaction and Eno gets Oki and Faust has to live with that. Oh, he tries to go for the link. You know, I remember reading once, and I'm not sure how true it is, that in I remember reading once that in the old games, because of the way the big skewer works, the frame advantage actually does slightly change if you hit with it early versus late. And I wonder if that's something that they changed in Xrd. Yeah, Turio respecting the bomb. Yeah, sorry, regarding the link and the frame advantage and stuff. Oh, you got chipped to death. So in the older games, if you wanted to do skewer into pull and then just do like linking 5p, that was like a really tight link that had to be manually timed, and it varied slightly depending on how early or late you hit with the skewer. Whereas in this game, I think it's just very consistent that they ooh, nice. That you can just do the 5p link basically whenever you want. And that's a powerful Faust mix-up tool there, where you have the where you have the dive kick, or you have the FDC, and you actually don't go anywhere. Nage willing to blow himself up there. Oh, or perhaps not intentional, but he gets mashed on by Eno. That's another thing. Eno actually has secretly like the best throw OS in the game. It's arguably better than Melia's, because Melia's doesn't anti-air you, and Melia's is actually 6 frames, not 5. Okay, so Eno does have 6S in this version of the game. Okay. Oh, you fool. Visman, Faust is like a Looney Tunes character. He's not even that Japanese. That's what I always thought. Like Faust is like a cartoon character. You'd think Americans could appreciate cartoon humor and slapstick, but I guess not. Anyway, I think that those two rounds really showed off the approach that both of these players are going to bring to the matchup, which is that Nage knows he has to sort of play lame, and Turio is willing to play lame and look for his opportunity rather than just trying to force the issue. Because if you play as Eno and you run into Faust normals a lot, like 6p or even jump H, like Faust actually racks up a fair amount of stun pretty quickly if you're playing like a total monkey, and it is very low commitment for him to try checking stuff. Yeah, see? Look at that. Look at all that damage that he just did not work for at all. Hang on, I want to see how that connected. So the hammer connects really late here, right? That's crazy. He actually had time to, like, go down in his jump arc and then start the air dash and get jump B to connect. Alright, it's a mess, but whatever, it's all good. Oh no, now he blew himself up. Oh no! Oh, that's another thing about Eno. Trying to burst her is like, it's almost impossible to actually burst this character, because everything, like all of her mix-ups are safe to burst, or if she's doing jump H, then they often select burst. And they safe jump like all of your invincible wake-ups, they catch backdash because they're active and she's doing a block string. And Faust's big hurt box out of his backdash is actually relevant here. Yeah. Counter hit hammer. Eno gonna get stunned here if she eats another big counter hit. Oh, okay. Stun's still somewhat relevant here. I think it's kind of draining now. That was a good fuzzy jump from Nage. You saw him almost get out of, or you saw him leave the ground between the pressure. Sick ass black hole combo. That was awesome. The rare matchup where the Eno player has to think. True. Combos like these are actually a huge reason why Eno got buffed, because all of the Eno players tried to do those like double dive air dash combos like on every conversion, and they'd sometimes drop it, and then people like got the impression that this character was like hard to play. Yeah, you're dead? Yeah, okay. Impressive by Nage to still go for the 5p link. I mean, he's practiced it. He knows he just can. In plus R, I've never ever tried to do the 5p link off of the skewer pull-in, just because it, like, I don't care. I don't care about the additional tiny smidgen of damage. Oh no. Yeah, and that's another awkward thing about Nage's, or about Faust's defense in this matchup. The dead angle. Oh yeah, get those donuts. The dead angle actually uses his 6p animation, so it's godlike for hitting Ino when she's doing like a high air dash string. But if she's doing stroke or like basically anything that's slightly below you, she just avoids your dead angle completely and you waste 50 meter for nothing. And this is what Faust has to do, right? Like sometimes, like the traditional wisdom is if you're good at keeping the other guy out, you just stay keeping the other guy out. But the best way to contain people in this game is just running offense. Yeah, Majid Obama, yeah, he's saying essentially what I was saying earlier, which is that when Ino wants to, if Ino wants to have HCL actually work and not just whiff over Faust's head, then she has to kind of set it up a little bit in the neutral game. Round start 6S. Okay. Yeah, the bombs are actually pretty relevant as items for Nage, just because Ino's combos actually like take a fair amount of time. So if she stands still and does a combo, she could get hit by the bomb. 6p actually clashing with the skewer. Oh yeah, 6p H throw OS makes sense. And you're happy to take that trade as Faust. I like that he was aware enough to go for a little bit more positioning with the corner swap out of that RRC. Nice. That was the kind of combo that I could never, ever do. But Nage just hits those. He just knows. He tried to mash, you fool. Okay. Yeah, see there. You gotta mash there. Oh my god, Nage, you're crazy. Who does that? Will Cypher, haven't played this game in like 3 years and want to give Dizzy and Baiken a try. You should. Both of those characters are really good characters. What are you? Oh, okay, Nage tries to keep it super duper burst safe there. Mash throw. Yeah, Dizzy and Baiken are really good characters. I think, like, Dizzy is a very solid high tier, but she does, like, actually have execution in her combos and Oki. I think I may have talked about that in my video where I talked about combo difficulty. Baiken, I think, is a very overlooked character because people dismissed her just before the game's final patch. But I would consider her to be a top tier, up there with, like, the rest of the top 6. Like, I think she's at least as good as, Ino in the current version of the game. Also, rank down match for Turio. Psychic advantage to Nage. You can see he's feeling the pressure. He bursts immediately. That's another fucking thing. You see that? This is the thing that makes Ino's so difficult to contain for zone, like when you're trying to zone. The projectile clashes, but note stays there. I've mentioned this before. I think it was in the either Leo or Potemkin. I forget. Like the hammer negates the initial note, but the explosion is like a follow-up projectile that gets created when the first one is destroyed. The drill, like, stroke going under the drill will never not make my heart sink. Hey, Rock, I fucking hate Ino. As you should. As you should. I don't think anybody enjoys fighting this character. Oh, okay, whiff punish with the hammer. I thought that was going to be a counter hit. Okay. Oh yeah, I should point. Oh yeah, Ino's stun is actually low, and it's relevant low because she has the same stun resistance as Raven. So anytime you see Ino getting stunned, Raven also would have gotten stunned. I'm watching this thinking, how can I make this matchup about Raven? When Raven's not on the screen, I should be thinking, Why isn't Raven on the screen? Okay, that's... The Jumbo Donuts are actually like a really inspired choice for an item to be added, like for balance and stuff. I think it's really funny. Whiff? Okay, that was 2 whiffs into Slice and Dice. Oh, that was sick, actually. That was... Hang on, look at this. Look at this. I'm going to slow this down and go frame by frame. Item throw. Backdash YRC. I love backdash YRC because you get to do shit like this. And it's an overhead. Oh, I fucking love that. It's so good. That is so cheap. It's so fucking cheap. Is it called hack and slash? God damn it. I thought I... Okay, yeah, whatever. Oh no, he dropped it. Okay, whatever. It's all a reset. It's all good. Yeah, Torio is like... Okay, so I think we all collectively understand that Nage is doing a pretty good job. I'm going to see what Torio is doing. Okay. That seems like the kind of thing that he should have been able to pick up if he weren't so so worried. Jump with it. That is interesting. No, he dropped... Okay, reset. It's all good. That... I think that was probably the OS. So... Off of that particular air dash combo, Ino can do instant air dash into air sterilization method YRC, and if she has between 25 and 50 meter, it won't RRC in the middle of the combo, but it will YRC and keep her safe on whiff. In that case, actually, I think it was just like the regular reset, and Nage got hit. Oh no. Oh, chip again. Yeah, I'm sure. Wait, it is. No, you're right. Okay, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was called Slice and Dice because I used to call it hack and slash. Nage's knowledge of Faust is insane. True. Well done steak with water. I believe you're a first-time chatter. Thanks for coming here. I was watching old Mikado footage and saw a Venom do wake up backdash YRC. Was aghast. I was not aware that was an option. It is, and it's a pretty relevant one too for characters like Venom and Raven who have pretty limited defense outside of backdashing and mashing. In fact, I have... In fact... Here's an example of me using this a few months ago. Yeah, fuck. I think I had another one doing that against Zato Drill. Yeah, I have another clip of doing that against Zato Drill, which is actually very relevant because Raven's backdash is by far the worst in the game, so normally you can't backdash shit. Especially if Zato Drill is like in the middle of your body or behind you. Or Raven sort of contorts his hurt box when he does a backdash into a YRC, so it helps to evade it. You know, yeah, I understand that it's called hack and slash. That's what I had. No, wait, fuck. God, I'm getting mixed on this. So it is called hack and slash. Okay. I think I heard Majin Obama say sliced and diced, and that had like keyed me to think that it was called slice and dice. But no, it is hack and slash. You're right. One of these days, I'll learn all the move names in this game. I know Dizzy's move names. I forget move names for other characters. Okay, what's round start? Astonishing restraint from Turio not to do shit on round start. What the fuck? Yeah, see? Oh, nice. Actually, nice read on the burst. Bit of a soft read, but that was a nice read on the burst. Hey, Rock, I remember I came here once, you were saying Leo's German move names, proud of the commitment. Oh, God, danger time. Okay, hold that thought. There's danger. We're living in dangerous times. Air dash into nothing? Okay. Okay. Pretty minor danger time in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, Leo's move names are fun. Because, like, literally nobody ever says them, but they are technically there. Oh, you fool. Oh, we actually traded? That was 6p, wasn't it? Look at this. Backdash 6p. Who wins? Zero frame super. Oh, it was 5p. That's fascinating. And they both get to live through it. That's pretty nuts. Door? Oh, he got turned around and needed the door input by mistake. He was trying to do item throw. Danger time and nobody has meter to mash super. You hate to see it. Don't give the Eno player any ideas about mashing super again. Okay, yeah, see? See, that like technically didn't work, but you have to represent the shitty defensive options too, even as even if you know it's not going to work. Okay. There's 2 resets into a panic burst. Oh? Okay, that must have been a whiff input or something. H into hack and slash. Nice. I love doing like big slow button YRC immediate option. That's really, it's one of my favorite mix-up things. Indecency. Haven't seen this Mikado set. Is this in Rev 2 or 2.1? This is in Rev 2.0. So not Rev 2.1, the version before the current version of the game. This particular set is from early 2018. I forget the exact date. Yeah, it's from January 14th of 2018. So, I think Rev 2.1 dropped like 3 months after this, like 2 months or 3 months. Turio got ranked down. It's over. It's re-over. It's too re-over. That's too real. Shadow Vincent. I know all of Raven's and Soul's move names at least. Yeah, I fucking hope you do. You certainly use all of Raven's moves. So if you're Turio and you're getting beaten like 5-0 by Faust, like the adjustment, it's, you know, as a spectator, it's easy to say this. The adjustment I would like to see from him is him being like more of a monkey and like going in more and just like sending stroke and these other things. But he's not that kind of player. He's clean, and he's obviously spent a lot of time playing compact and clean. He likes to use Eno's movement. I'm actually seeing him move around on the ground a surprising amount. Yeah. Oh yeah, see that? Ooh, nice. See, this is something I always found fascinating about the different arcade cultures in Japan versus the West. I have never in my life met an Eno player who plays like this respectfully. So, like, the fact that, like, this would be a way that people approach the matchup is, like, it's as foreign as the Japanese language to me. But that's a punish. Yeah. Make him pay. Oh, backdash actually works out that time. Nage's... Good luck being more unpredictable than a Faust player. True. True. When you put it that way. Oh, empty low, hell yeah. Empty low inside a throw range? Hell yeah. Now this is the Eno round that you want to see if you're an Eno player. That's plus. There's like a bit of a delay 2k, I think. You're dead. There you go. There you go, buddy. Nage's like a supercomputer. You got to be unpredictable to win against him, I feel. I don't know if you need to be like just pure random, because like if you're just like actually just being pure random, Faust can cover it pretty well. I think it's more that's just like you need to establish that you just don't have fear in ways that historically you would. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, oh my. See, the thing, like, what Turio's done the last, like, 3 or 4 times he's gotten Oki is just send the note out and to, like, let it do Oki. And, like, let it basically prevent Faust from backdashing. But, like, there's a kind of Zen meditation that Nage is doing where he's okay with the note because he knows that the note represents a small moment in time where Turio has to go in and do the mix. And it seems like Turio is not as comfortable doing mix outside of that as perhaps he should be. So it's like really, it's really good at insulating Ino's mix, but it also makes it telegraphed at a very specific moment in time. And if you notice, Nage, he's not really spending meter on offense. He's trying to just win the neutral and just throw items and shit, and then just save his meter for FD or blitz or y, backdash Y or C or dead angle. Just like take the defensive, like take the immediate defensive option you can just to prevent Ino from getting at you, so that you literally just never have to interact with the mix. I was playing against an Ino on Turio's kind of getting cooked, but a lot of these games are close. Exactly. It's like it's a close 6-0. It's winnable. It's a winnable 6-0. 6-0. I was surprised to learn that historically in the older XX games, nice fucking 6P match. Faust 2K, the first hit is a mid, so if he wants to do the jump cancel, it's only a mix on like it's easier to block because you can block either direction on the first hit. I think that that's probably a change that should be made to him in Xrd if this game ever gets another patch. Because like jump cancelable low into instant overhead is just a pretty fucked up thing in basically every fighting game. Milia has that. 6. Hang on. What did you reach? What did you reach in to the blender with? Come on. Oh, 2P. Yeah, obviously. Yep, 2P extends your hurt box immediately, so you're gonna get clipped by anything. Oh? Ooh, okay, yeah. Good presence of mind from Turio to anti-air with 6S and then cancel into stroke to get away from the poison. Nice, actually. Yeah, see, like, Turio's so aware of, like, just repositioning. That is a... Sorry, that little moment... I've not done this in a bit. That little moment here, where Turio gets a small combo and then does a special cancel for a reset. This is something that I enjoy about Guilty Gear a lot, because I think Faust is big enough that Turio or that Ino could do sweep there and it would connect. But Turio makes the educated decision that it's not going to work, and so he instead goes for this. And we get this kind of weird situation where Nage technically whiff punishes him, but it's so high up in the air that it doesn't like properly lead to stuff. So yeah, pardon me, I jumped ahead. So this is what I'm talking about. into super jump backwards, into dive kick. Yeah. And it's like, it's just a bit of a scramble, and I like that the game is very chaotic in that manner. And both of these characters have dive kicks, and they're just whiffing it over the top of each other's head. Ooh. Oh, he actually... he was trying to go for the link again. Yeah. So last time that Turio was in that situation, he did 6B to interrupt the block string off of the dive kick, and this time Nage did bomb bag to blow that up. Then Turio just woke up with 6B again, and it just worked. Okay, Turio putting himself on the board finally. Oh, I should say, I have 14 concurrent viewers. Thank you for all tuning in. Please like, please leave a comment, please subscribe. It's great to see you all here, especially because I had the troubles last week. It's good to know that you guys care. Will Cypher, that was a very scrambly game. Yes. Well, that's Guilty Gear, baby. You gotta kind of live in the scramble in this game. Alright, let's go forward a bit. Turio's been taking his sweet time. Like, he's really been milking the clock on this one. That was a great hit confirm from Nage, by the way. Sorry, this is a small thing, but like, this is surprisingly tough to do. So he does jump PK, just as a jump block string here, and in the time that P and K spend hitting, he sees that Turio has been hit airborne, so he like hit confirms or like target switches into the air string and gets a bit more damage. It takes the item throw, which is meteors, which isn't gonna... Okay, I guess it was relevant. I had a combo recently that I was doing. I was playing against a soul player in plus R, and I was trying to punish a DP with Faust, and I actually ended up having to like course correct in the combo like twice, just because like Soul's hurtbox is so fucked up in that game. Oh yeah. Oh man. See, Turio was probably thinking about whether or not he could dead angle there, but he decided to hold on to it because he thought Nage would do something like layer 2 that wouldn't lose to dead angle. And then he just eats the mix up and dies. It's like a little sign that you're overthinking things. You have those little micro hesitations, and that's what kills you. Like, Nage's, I gotta say, you know, as much as we're looking at Turio having trouble, like, Nage's defense is crazy. Like, every time Turio gets in, Nage has some abundance of meter, or he can safely burst. Look at that. Look at that. And now that he's got the space advantage, and the life isn't really an issue, he does Skewer, YRC bait up the 6P, enforce whiff recovery on you, Skewer again. And of course, it doesn't lead to a combo because of the jump pad, but whatever. Those meteors won't hit, famous last words. True. Very true. The fuck? Anti-air behind you with 2K? Okay. Oh, he tried to blitz? Yeah. Yeah, I actually had no idea where the mini Faust was. Hang on, where the hell did the mini Faust go? I was getting mixed, same as Turio. He throws the mini Faust here. Where does he go? Does he even come back on the screen? Hang on. No, he just completely goes off screen and never appears. And he must have walked off the edge of the stage. That's crazy. Having projectiles behind you off screen has got to be like the single most mentally taxing thing in any fighting game.
Tough, man. You can see that struggle. You can see it. Nage on the verge of stealing that first seed back. Forcing Turio and Tomo to duke it out in that first to 5 single elimination tournament next week before the Mikaten finals to see who the third player will be. You just saw Haken clinch his spot. He wants the rematch. But it ain't over yet. Turio still needs 5 more games, but at this level, man.
Imagine if Faust had the mini Potemkins in Xrd. Okay, Patchy. Okay, Patchy, shut up. Don't give him any ideas. I know he's busy with Marvel Tokon, but don't give him any ideas. They're going to announce like the actual Rev 3 and it's just going to be like, they're going to give like the Game 1 final Arc System Works patch. Mega Faust is now a 3-hit projectile. Ooh, yeah. See, that is a small thing about the way that some of the zoners in this game work. You wouldn't expect, like, Faust or, like, Raven, not that Raven's a zoner, to have, like, good stun, but by simple virtue of some of their attacks having high attack level, they tend to be pretty good at stunning you. And I think it's a nice little detail, because it allows them to sort of play towards alternate ways to win. It was a sick combo, by the way. Turio's actually, like, mad or feeling comfortable. Look at this. Jump S into FDC. Falling jump K. Just a little bit of a different timing, and it works. He's remembered. He's finally remembering. That little... I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back, and I want you to just look at Faust's meter once he blocks this, okay? So he's at 1.5 bars. And he gets, I think it's 1, 2, 3... 3 instant blocks for free because of this. And the instant block means that he can interrupt the Oki that Turio did. And then he gets the throw. And the throw does a bunch of damage, or it gives him a bit of meter. Sorry, it gives him no meter. But then he pulls an item, and that item gives him like a meaningful chunk of meter. It does 1 block string, and that's like 1/3 of a bar, or 1/4 of a bar just by itself. And then, with the item throw he got, he can spend meter and get the combo for the kill or to force the burst. And this is the power of instant blocking and the power of tension pulse as a mechanic, and this is why no other game has a meter system that's as cool as Guilty Gear's. I love that there's, like, God, the defense in this game is so active and so fun. I actually, like, it's one of the only fighting games where I actually enjoy blocking to any degree. Like, when I get to, like, instant block 5 moves in a row, I feel like a genius for instant blocking that much. Oh. Stun? Okay, never mind. Oh, that was... Oh my... I'm sorry, that was such a mess. I want to see that again. We call that the Deepwater Horizon combo. Fucking nice crawl, actually. He taunted? Was that a hurt box thing? Like, does the taunt shrink his hurt box backwards? Oh, that's... Wow, he blocked? Good guess from Nage. Like, that is actually a guess. I don't like saying guess, but, like, that's just a straight guess. I'm surprised that Turio chooses to burst there, honestly. Oh, chip damage. That's actually pretty rare. Nice. How did he instantly cancel his taunt? You can cancel out of taunts after the first bit of the animation. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I tried to do... I thought it would go for sterilization method there. Okay, whoa. Okay. Nice. That was hover dash over your head, air dash back. Okay, sweet, sweet. Nage is like the master of contorting Faust's hurt box so that he doesn't get hit by every combo. Well done, stick with water. Rev 3, projectile dust YRC, now an overhead. Get unblockable looped by Kai and Baiken. True. That would happen. But, You know, I don't really have anything to say to that. They just would do that. Vismond, I noticed I don't think Nage has used a super even once. That's correct, he hasn't. Because, like I mentioned at the very beginning, backdashes and wake up supers and wake up backdashes are very unreliable against Ino, because she just gets to cover that. Like, everything she does is always a safe jump. So there's basically no point in representing a super. And I've felt that a lot as Raven in this matchup, because Raven's super is total 7-frame startup. So it only works if Ino's doing something fancy over your head, because Raven happens to reach up really tall above his head. But that's an old school Faust tactic, is just don't use super, like don't spend meter on items super. Don't try to gamble with the wake up, the invincible super. I'm surprised that Faust is, or that Nage is not comboing into like 5H or something there. Nice. That was sick. That was a clinical Faust round. But Nage's item super is really funny. Specifically Nage's, yeah. And not Faust's. I agree, it is a very funny super. I love using it. I use it all the time in Plus R. But it, like, YRC enables so much for this character in this game. Oh. So that time, Turio thought that Nage was going to do dead angle. So he intentionally did like a delayed mix-up. Oh no. Oh? Oh. Sure. Okay, it's all good. And that's... yeah, that isn't even a low. That isn't even a low. That was just Nage getting hit because he was trying to jump, I guess. Oh, 2H. Oh no. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, low profile moves, like crawls and stuff, are actually, it's like, traditionally some of the best defensive mechanics you can have, because they don't have any startup or any whiff recovery, so they can punish anything. Is he gonna... yes. 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 Put her on the table. So Modular Bomb is providing some insight as to how Nage dresses there and like how he carries himself as a player, which is that he's playing to get to the game to a 1st-to-2 scenario, and then in a 1st-to-2 scenario he shifts his mindset. And I also remember that I don't think he's eating the candy now, but when he sometimes plays longer sets, he'll have like candy, like sugar candy, and he'll put that on the bottom of his tongue and it disappears, like it dissolves in like 30 seconds. So he doesn't have to chew gum or like have any mental focus on chewing gum or chewing candy or anything. It just dissolves in his mouth. Optimal IK, Faust has a top tier IK. Optimal 2, don't even know if other combos would have killed given scaling. Yeah, like I think, actually, I'm curious, let me go and look at it. So he gets the hit, wait, what is it? It's like 2D or something? Oh, it's 2K, Yeah, so at this point he would have had to do Pogo into... No, at this point, I think what he would have had to do would be the Bomb Bag RC into P-Door, which wall splats at a low enough height. And I think maybe he could have done that wall splat into Pogo Doctor Copter. But I think, I mean, this is actually significantly easier because you just run up and do it. So yeah, I would call that a pretty optimal IK. The face of a man who got ranked down and IK'd, down 8 games to 2. This is actually going pretty fast, and not to diss Turio or anything, I don't think he's going to make this comeback. So I'll run a lobby afterwards. Also killed before Turio got their burst back, got his burst back. Yes. Yeah, that's another nice thing about IKs. They ignore the whole burst thing. Because you can't burst during IK startup. Although you can blitz IKs, funnily enough. I agree, Vismond. Dr. Copter would have been funnier. Dr. Copter is one of my favorite, like, underused moves in this game. Oh my god, I wish my character could do that. Oh, cut him up? Yeah. The hack and slash is not something Nage has used very often in this set, but it is, like, Turio is falling into that trap of being so compact and so clean that he's predictable. Little Man? Oh, the Little Man enabled the combo into 5k. I don't think that would have worked if he hadn't been there. Like, Nage looks like he's in his element. This is just like another day at the office for him. The man's hands are hot. He's moving his hands around. He's moving the stick around. I've put up a poll asking you if you want to play, if you want the lobby to be Xrd or Plus R. I'm sure it will be Xrd because we're watching Xrd, but I've been in a bit of a Plus R mood lately, so who knows. All right. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Both of these characters have really good ways to control their movement in the air. And Faust is like way, way better than you would expect any zoner to ever have. Nice. Okay, it doesn't try to go for that because he can't knock down and he wants to knock down. 3 free instant blocks. I will dead angle that, thank you. Because Turio's like, he's just kind of wishing that this would stop because he's just FDing and not looking at the, not blocking the overhead. It's also relevant to consider that, oh no. The arcade cabinet has 6 frames of input lag, so Both of these characters' pressure is very, very hard to block against, to do anything reactionary. You essentially just have to make educated guesses. Or, sorry, informed reads. Pardon me. We don't like guessing in fighting games. We just like reads. Oh, man. Yeah, that... Okay, a little bit of risk, yeah. First, makes sense. I'm kind of surprised we've seen so few poison vials, because it's pretty relevant in any matchup like this. Because it's so active. Oh no. Almost. I was so sure that Turiel would go for throw there. And now Faust has 100 meter. Kill him. You gotta run this. It went for 2k there because he was worried about dead angle again. And forced the burst out. Equalize the life totals. Oh, but the note keeps him safe even after getting hit. Okay. Note trade. Note being the GOAT. Oh, he tried a low profile. No. And it ends not with a giant combo. Not with a big ol' counter hit, but just with a poke.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in for these last two sets of the preliminaries. We'll see you next week on Saturday for the finals. Again, Torrio not out of its second seed in his group. We're going to have a first to five single elimination.
So that was the... Yeah, I'm not going to bother going back and going over the round again. It's just... I feel like Torrio never really completely adjusted to what Nage was doing. And as Majin Obama is pointing out, that was the last game of the bracket, and then the next two streams that we have are going to be the finals, which is going to be Johnny versus Faust, and then Johnny versus Soul, Faust versus Soul. Not to tell you exactly how that plays out in no particular order, but it's going to be those three characters, Johnny, Faust, and Soul, which is cool. Because that means we get to watch more Haken and more Omito and more Nage, which is going to be great. Okay. Yeah, I figured people would want to play Xrd, so I'll get Xrd running. Evo Japan Finals match. This was before Evo Japan Finals, actually. This was the precursor to it. Let me change things around just a bit, because I have to move things around on my monitor. Brayden M, catching you just as it ended. I'll go back in time. In this timeline, though, I look forward to the finals reviews. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. It was good to see you. Ignore any thumping. I'm just trashing my own fucking my own room, because I have to move around a bunch of stuff in order to have good access to my computer. It'd be nice if I had a gamer lounge, but I don't. I can probably put it up to be a little louder. I guess we'll do winner stays, which I don't like, but that's fine. Okay. Yamashika, I gotta bow out. My work schedule has been fucked this winter. That's a shame. I'm starting a new job next week, so I'll probably feel the same way in about 2 weeks, but yeah. Thank you for coming by. It's good to see you. Goodbye, Yamashigam. Yeah, how did I know it was going to be you, Shadow Vincent? In that case... I'll put it up to 3 online delay, just so that we don't have quite as many rollbacks. Get ready for a big old 5-head mirror match. Fucking, alright. Of course you're a fucking low blitzer. Of course you're a filthy fucking low blitzer. Of course you are. Fucking of course you are. Would have started that with close slash. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. It's all good. Will Cypher, how's that Rivals video doing? Oh, do you mean the follow-up to my Rivals video? Oh, sorry, do you mean like, how's the reception to that Rivals video? The Rivals 2 video... Vitz, you're playing today? Yes, I am. Sorry, the Rivals video. The reception to the video that I put out several months ago has actually been... It's been pretty quiet. Because the game has changed, so people don't want to keep... People don't really want to keep paying attention to it. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, that's the stream was really short today, so... Yeah, how did I know? If you were asking about the follow-up video that I was going to make to the Rivals video, I haven't really gotten any progress on that. As excuse me, I instant blocked that. Excuse me, I anti-aired that. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Oh, I was trying to do a real combo there, too. That was a pretty sick air throw, though. Alright, answering the question. The follow-up, the hypothetical follow-up Rivals video. I don't think people who care about my opinion really give a fuck. I knew you would, of course. Cool, actually. That's a sick combo. Nice. What I'm trying to say is I think people in the Rivals community have collectively moved on to the new jangling keychains. So I don't know that they are going to that they really would care about my opinion. So I've been occasionally poking my head back in and finding new things to be concerned about, but the game's constantly changing, so I wish my character had real OK that actually worked on people. Of course you're mashing. That's crazy. You know, yeah, named Vincent. I have to say, your willingness to just swing into empty space on a hard read and a prayer is absolutely astonishing, and I wish I could channel some of that. I just wish I could channel some of that, because I'm fucking terrible at doing that. But I jumped. You could do real Oki and just win, but I guess you'd rather do that. That's fine. No. Really? I mean, it traded and I won, so like whatever, but it's fine. Alright. I thought we might have one more person in here, but I guess it's just you and me, which is fine. Excuse me, sir. First you're going to go in. Excuse me. I'd love to join, but I'm from Oceania, so the connection might be unsavory for people. That's fair enough. I appreciate it. I thought I was blocking. Got FD. Not sure if this kills actually. I think it does. Not quite. Hey, do that Oki again. Excuse me? Okay. I should stop running into that. Okay, that I jumped, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. I lived through this. Okay, fuck off. I was instant blocking that. I was actually blocking that. Ah. Nice Oki, bro. And pardon me if I sound salty at any point. I don't mean to sound salty. It's just sometimes I drop my inputs because I'm worried about the bitrate and my performance and the mirror and all this other shit. I don't know how I keep missing my air throws there. Every time you're a filthy low blitzer, you know that? You're a filthy low blitzer. Oh my goodness me. Alright, this will be the last one. last I was going to join. Oh, Vitz, if you want to play, then I'll play with you. That's fine. Sorry. I had thought that I'd played the Raven Mirror for a bunch, so I thought people would get kind of sick of it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, well, Vitz is not here yet, so I guess I'll keep playing. You know, Vincent, I gotta say, if you used the orb like at all, I think you'd level up a lot. Because your ability to move around and just put stuff where I'm gonna run into it is pretty good. But I don't think I've been forced to deal with a single orb setup from you. Of course you are. The Raven Mirror is oddly respectable, unlike most mirrors in Guilty Gear. First time seeing the Raven Mirror, and it is oddly respectable, not gonna lie. It might look that way because I'm playing in a particular way, but let me tell you, it does not feel that way. Compared to the clown shit like Justice, Anji, and Slayer mirrors, this is tame. Slayer mirrors are the best, Slayer mirrors are goated. Ah, whoops. Damn it. God damn it. Soul mirrors have the potential to be really funny. Mirrors tend to be really funny in Guilty Gear, so I don't complain. It's true. Like, all the stuff that Raven's good at, which is like... Oh, for Christ's sakes. Alright, thanks, Shadow Vincent. The one game you... all of the stuff that Slayer, or that Raven does well, The opposite Raven also really shuts down really well. So it feels like a fucking clown mirror, like a clown world matchup. Now this matchup is not clown world, but it is fucking miserable. Fuck. I have so much experience in this matchup, and I don't think I've ever had my opinion of it improve ever. Fun games, Dragonfly. Thanks. Those are fun games too. That's why mostly. Understandable. Have a nice day. Understandable. Have a nice day. Oh, by the way, Vitz, I checked out one of your stream videos. And I noticed that you were learning hitbox, which is really cool. I also thought your hitbox layout was cursed. Also because you're left-handed. Oh god damn it. One round and I'm already mad for you. See, you get it. You understand it. Yeah. There were still hits there? Oh my god. You deserve this. Watch a 45-second cutscene. You deserve this. You were mashing burst? Can't mash burst when you're stunned, buddy. This is a contender for... Wait, this is a contender for best IK in the game, to be honest. I agree. You're not left-handed. Wait, you're not left-handed? Oh my god, so you just play with a southpaw layout. Oh, that's even... Oh. I don't know what to think about that. On emulators. Oh, I see. Okay, I can see how that would work out then. I get it. With the default config. Oh, like WASD to move. And, yeah, okay. No, it would be arrow keys to move. Okay, yeah, makes sense. That makes sense. So I use the arrow keys to move, yeah. That's really funny. Hey, after I'm done, you guys stick around and I'll show you what Vitz's button layout looks like. And we can have a little bit of a button layout gore meeting. Oh. Yep. Understandable. Okay, I was a little worried there. What do you play with, Dragonfly? I play with the... I used to play with a Haute 42 T16, I now play with the Haute 42 C16, which is the Cosmox Gaming 16-key leverless. I think the C16 is probably like the actual end game for leverless controllers. Understandable. Understandable. Oh, I got all 3 hits of Jump H there. I wasn't sure if I would. To be honest, I've actually wanted to make like a leverless controller review for, no, like 2-3 years now. Just because I've been through a bunch of arcade sticks and a bunch of leverless devices, and this is like the actual best one, and it's also most affordable. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm dead. Alright, I'm not dead, I'm just bad. Okay. I use keyboard, so I have no idea what any of that means. Basically imagine like a WASD layout, or a spacebar layout, on the left side of the controller, and then imagine the standard eight fighting game attack buttons on the right side of the controller. And then there are... And then there are 4 additional buttons. Basically, he's playing with a bigger keyboard. Yeah, essentially. It uses actual, like, keyboard micro switches. There's, the ones that are popular in... The ones that are popular for leverless controllers are made by a company called Kale, K-I-L-H, and they are low-profile micro switches. So they have very low travel time, and they're red switches, so they have a linear pressure profile. Which means it's the same amount of pressure no matter where throughout the entire time. The Elphelt matchup. Why did I think that was a cross-up? This works, right? Yeah, nice. I got command grab. That was very weird. I almost comboed off the grenade, but not quite. Or rather, the grenade almost helped me, but not quite. Weirdly, I'm actually more comfortable playing this matchup than I am playing against Sol. Even though, like, it's awkward for, like, the same reasons, but I think that Elphelt wants to stay at range a little bit more, and Raven's just a little bit more comfortable when characters do that. Those 2S. Oh, this is a lot of damage. I'm dead? I think I'm dead. Never mind. Oh, nice air throw, actually. Very nice air throw. Nice backdash. Excuse me, I was trying to... Excuse me. Excuse me, I was trying to mash. Sir! Elphelt's buttons don't seem that bad against Ravens as Sol's. It's... So... She's a little more deal-withable in the air, weirdly. It's like... Her hurt box is actually larger on the ground than Sol's is. I'm trying... Actually, I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I'm trying to figure... Like, basically... She... I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you... Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Ignore what I said about the hurt box. Although that might just be a Raven 6P moment. Actually, no, fuck. Never mind, I'm good. No. Ever seen the 20-page PDF about defending against shotgun stance that Lord Knight made? Yes. Excuse me, I was actually blocking that, fuck off. I have seen that PDF. I've also seen the one against, the one that people made for Leo. Fortunately, I never really had the need to learn those PDFs. Oh no. God, yep. See, that's the kind of stuff that makes Elphelt really fucking annoying, is that her buttons reach basically as far as I do, only they have like half the whiff recovery. And they all lead the combos and knockdowns. Also occurred to me that he's playing the sign costume, which is too cool. Excuse me. Yeah, shit like that happens. Oh my goodness. Like, I was still worried about the grenade there. I really ought to learn some new stuff instead of doing the same thing I've been doing for 5 years. You should. It's fun to learn stuff in this game. Oh my god. That exact interaction where I 6P you and I'm correct, but you just don't have a hurt box. That is the reason why this fucking matchup. Oh my god. Like that. Oh my god. I was actually blocking that. That's fucking annoying. There we are. Yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and put my... Well, no, we're at like 150 ping. I don't think I can, in good faith, put my input delay back down to 2 frames. Jam? Oh dear. If Elphelt was a headache, I don't know what Jam's gonna do to me. Okay. Vitz, I'll play a little... What, nearly 2 hours? I've been live for nearly 2 hours. I'll play a little first to 3 with you. You seem to be the only one in here. Excuse me. Sir, I was throwing. Excuse me, sir. Vitz is Brazil, right? I think he is. Who's Raven's worst matchup? Probably Melia and Chip. He also feels bad. I don't think he actually is the worst. Okay, fair enough. I thought the combo would work. I was wrong. Oh, I thought I was blocking that. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me. Fair enough. I think Raven's worst matchups... Like, I think the objective worst ones are, like, Melia, Chip. Jam's pretty fucking bad. Like, I'd place... If I actually wanted to play for money, I'd play Sin into this character. I think it's very, very hard to control her. It's basically all, like, the really fast, high stun characters. Understandable. No, I didn't. Fuck. I pushed you into it. Yeah, that's what I'm used to seeing. Is the fucking parry on every glide I do, which means I have to represent a lot of fake shit. Oh. Okay, I'll take that too, that's fine. Vincent, why those characters specifically? Raven is at his worst when... So Raven's god if you're standing around, like, around start distance away from him on the ground. Like, he's really, really powerful there. And if you're trying to cross that distance, he has some, moderate commitment, moderate to high reward options, like this. Like that. Yeah. So, like, moderate risk. He's also pretty good at interacting with pressure in a way that's very, not hard commitment. And then he can do that. But against a character like Milia or Chip or Jam, as you can see. Sometimes, no matter how correct you are on defense, it just doesn't matter, because you get stabilized or you get stunned. Like, Milia and Chip are just never in a spot for you to hit them. Milia set plays you to death, Chip just moves around your attacks all the time. And then Jam can, like, stun you off of basically anything. Slayer's also, like, really fucking obnoxious for that same reason. Excuse me, I thought I punished that. Oh, that was backdash YRC. Excuse me. Another thing about those characters, Jam and Milia and Chip to a lesser degree, is that their hurt boxes are really small, so they have a really easy time running under moves. Or in the case of Jam, she just ignores them. See, I didn't do my anti-air combo properly, so I lost that interaction. Okay, cool. Vitz was doing a decent job showing it off, but in the case of Jam specifically, her parry means that my glide Oki is like really unreliable. Thanks for coming out, Vitz. A lot of fun. Yeah, okay. So that was like a nice 2-hour live stream. We had about an hour of good people playing the game, and then about an hour of me messing around with Raven. Yeah, so 2 more Mikado streams left. If you have, as ever, Couldn't say my 60 centimeters too strong. It's true. I'm sorry. Fui víctima. I was your victim. I will keep that in mind. Oh, I said I was going to show you guys something. You can't see that, right? Right, yes. Actually, you won't be able to see this because it's game capture. I'll have to add a source. Image. Fucking no, you idiot. I'm trying to copy and paste something. Fucking. Have I mentioned how much I fucking hate Windows, by the way? Okay, yeah, there we are. So this is the layout that Vitz uses. And so having like your movement keys on the right and your action keys on the left is not really a big deal. But then like the double blitz macro, the IK macro in the middle, going in the reverse order for PKS. He's not left-handed. He's not left-handed. He just got used to playing games with on emulators with the arrow keys. So it's, I guess, like the PKSH is like the home row, and then D is like, that's a button you don't use very often, so you use that with your pinky. And then RC and B, I guess, is burst. It's Vitz, I gotta tell you, when I first saw this, it inflicted some psychic damage on me. But you're very good, so I'm happy to play against you. I guess one of the blitz buttons he uses for FD? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure that having like two blitz macros actually does anything. Personally, I don't know that having a macro for blitz is, or for blitz to use it for the purposes of faultless defense actually does anything. I do occasionally get counter hit, but like the second blitz button I don't use often. I figured it was something like that. Better to have the button bound. It's fascinating. Anyway. Oh, whoops. Turn off that. Yeah, okay. The one on the bottom I do use? Yeah, I figured. Okay, well, I'm going to call it there. This is a really good stream. My internet actually held up. I don't want to jinx it, but it did. And I was able to play with you guys and talk about the game. We had a really good time. Next week, it's going to be Johnny versus Soul, I think, and then after that it'll be like the true finals. So that means Omito versus Hawken. Set the date and look forward to it. Thanks for showing me. Yeah, no problem, Vitz. In fact, I don't have an image of mine. Mine's pretty standard. I just use PKSH in the standard rainbow layout, and then the bottom, so underneath S, I have a Roman cancel macro. And then on my right pinky, I have a burst macro. That's it. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Working on more good stuff in the meantime, and hopefully I'll be able to find a schedule that allows me to keep making videos while still working my job. Later.